I have a very serious question.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the CM Punk on Raw thing? Because I don't want to talk about it. Home of Cannibal Killers. No, he wasn't on Raw. He was backstage at Raw.
I think we have to.
I don't want to, though.
I think we have to.
Can we just pretend it didn't happen?
You gotta read the rest of it, bud.
I think we have to. I think that could be our cold open. Him on Raw was a very systematic ploy by him to make it seem like he's ready to make amends with people. So he looks like the good guy. That is what I honestly got to think. And it was smart. It put him in the news. People are talking about him.
I had not thought about that. I honestly... Sorry, go ahead.
I guess he had made up with Jericho, too.
Yes.
If he's ready to stop being a dick and be nice to people and make amends with some of the shit that happened, cool. And if he's not, and he's still going to be a dick, cool.
I think...
I don't care.
My opinion, but if I'm CM Punk, thinking the way he does, he was flying, he was on the same flight as some people in WWE from Florida or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Say it right. Say it right. Flow Rida.
No, that's a different thing. That's a person.
Flow Rida.
That's a person, not a state. He was chatting with people. I think what happened was he was like, I want to go see Kofi, and that was it. I think that was the end of it. I don't think he had any reason to say no, and so he didn't say no, and he was just like, fuck it, I'm going, I don't care. But I had not thought about it makes him look better.
I'm sure that was a piece of it. I'm sure he buried the hatchet with the Miz, so I'm sure that was part of it too.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to bury the hatchet a little bit with Trips, but Vince said, "Get him the fuck out of here."
Yeah, that's what I heard.
And he got the fuck out.
Yeah, he listened. He didn't cause any problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's it. We talked about it. Fucking open us up, bud. Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the BREWDCAST. I am, as always, Bud Robinson. Up over here is Leon. Say hi, Leon.
Hi, Leon.
A+. And up over here is the town historian. How you doing, town?
I'm okay.
That wasn't your best work, town. I'm sorry.
Leon got me. I can't help it. We talked about CM Punk. We're done talking about CM Punk. Until he comes up in 10 minutes and we start talking about him again.
Right? I'm going to be trolling Reddit and then be like, oh, shit.
Did you see CM Punk once pissed on a beetle in France? What a dick!
That beetle had it coming.
It's true.
Yeah, see, there we go. He's either a dick or the beetle had it coming, because that's the way the world works now. You're on one side or the other. There's no middle ground. He shouldn't have pissed on a beetle, but he probably didn't know the beetle was there. He was just taking a piss. So.
In the middle of France. Outside for some reason.
There's wilderness in France. What the fuck are you talking about? Pee outside in the woods.
Well, you said France. I just assumed you meant Paris.
We come from France.
But there's more to France than just Paris. Jesus, come on!
It's like when I tell people I'm from Wisconsin, they're like, "Oh yeah, anywhere near Milwaukee? How close to Green Bay are you?"
Well,
Those are the only two cities. That's it.
Madison. Some people know Madison, but yeah, Madison's
unless they're college fucking football fans, they don't know Madison.
Madison is the one that's a little more fringe. Where ooh, I know an exotic Wisconsin town, Madison. What are we talking about? We're talking about Dynamite?
I have all sorts of stuff, but we can start on Dynamite.
I thought it was a weirdly paced show.
Okay.
It worked though.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I didn't think the wrestling was as good as it's been. Cassidy and Bandito was fun.
Oh God, yes.
Fucking stunned Orange Cassidy won that match. Stunned.
I thought Bandito was going over.
And I was okay with it. I know I'm an Orange Cassidy mark, but I'm like, yeah, he can lose. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They're at a point with him that when he loses that, I think it has to be at a pay-per-view. Probably. And it has to kind of be a big deal. So, he could hold it for another year. I wouldn't care. But I think at some point they got to move
I feel like they're kind of building to him losing it, though. with
Yeah.
the injury and everything, and him kind of burning the candle. Well, not really at both ends, but he's been going super hard with it, defending it almost every week.
His fucking promo afterwards was amazing. Are you gonna ask me about my match?
Oh yeah.
No. Oh.
Oh.
He just walked away.
And then Bandito comes over and he goes, "Oh," and then he walks away.
Bandito and Orange Cassidy, I'm okay with. I'm
saw,
okay with that.
Oh my god, when Roderick Strong came back, I was like, "Oh shit."
Now we just need the other guy.
Yeah.
Riley.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, I know those chords. I didn't know those chords for anybody in wrestling, though.
Was he? I thought he had that theme or something similar to it in NXT.
I went and looked on Cage Match. Apparently, he used it in the Indies, like not like ROH or any other big ones, but he used it in Indies. And I was just like, okay,
that's cool.
I like that song.
Yeah, it's a cool song.
Yeah.
That was a cool moment. I fucking, like Leon and I were talking about in the chat, I love what they did with the 4-way, with the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I think that's so perfect.
Yeah.
That has to be
a 4-way for a moment, but then Tony started talking. And I'm like, oh, I know what they're gonna do.
I knew they were. I fucking knew they were gonna do that last week. I'm like, there's no way you take a guy like Jungle Boy, you have him do the shit he did to MJF, and then not have him fight at the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Like they put too much into it. So
I wish that they would have done what I was suggesting in that having Sammy Guevara, like, stretch the whole thing out, like have Sammy Guevara turn on MJF at the match, and then actually give them a strong match, and then you can go down the line. Then you can have, I don't know, the next pay-per-view you have him against Darby, and then the next pay-per-view you have him against Jungle Boy.
I think the beauty of this is, I think Sammy is going to eat the pin. Because there's no fucking way MJF's losing. He's just not.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if he loses. But I think you have Sammy eat the pin. I think that's the story. And then I think you put Darby next, and I think you start looking at Jungle Boy and saying, we're getting close. They're getting close with Jungle Boy. He's starting to get the reactions they need. He's starting to get the support they need. They're going to have to pull him away from MJF and give him a little feud to bump him up, though.
Yeah.
Like a Powerhouse Hobbs. I want that feud. Why? I want Jungle Boy and Powerhouse Hobbs. I want that feud because I think it could be really good.
It could be.
It would be really good.
I mean, they're both coming up. They're both at the sort of like the same level. I think they would bring.
It's one of those. It's one of those feuds that could bring them both up.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of it, you have Jungle Boy decisively win. No offense, Powerhouse. I love Powerhouse Hobbs, but you have Jungle Boy get the win, and then he's like, "Okay, it's time for me to do that now. Be the champ." So.
Well, then you can put Powerhouse Hobbs. I want him away from QT Marshall. Like, they put him with QT Marshall, and I was like, that's fine. But I don't think I do.
I think I like it. I think I like it. But what I like about it is he's like the uncontrollable monster that QT can't control, and I just like there's a babyface push in there. Down the road.
Yes, that's fine, but like QT Marshall's thing with the TMZ, like it does not fit with Powerhouse, and it just bugs me. It just rubs me the wrong way.
Know. I liked it. I like that. I like where they could go with it.
Okay.
I like where they could go with it. The Anderson Wardlow connection is really fucking bizarre.
I think they're bringing back the Horsemen.
It makes no fucking sense at all.
I think you're right.
I think they're bringing back the Horsemen.
Have you seen? They got rid of Dark Elevation's no longer a show. They canceled it.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere.
But they're the
no more YouTube.
Pillman, no, not on YouTube. Pillman and Anderson's kid are wrestling in Four Horsemen shirts. I think it's coming, and I think putting Pillman in there would be great. Pillman and Anderson could be your tag team. You got Wardlow as your kind of big monster guy. You just need one more guy that can.
They'd be legacy guys too.
They just need one more guy that can work. I don't know who that would be. I have no fucking idea.
Orange.
No.
Jeff Jarrett.
Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine him going heel? How would he go heel?
No, I don't think he could.
I mean, it would be hilarious.
I think the only way he could go heel is if he completely flipped his character, and he was just like turned into a high energy asshat. like Sammy Guevara. So like they already have one of those.
Yeah,
they've got so many guys in that that are like they're not necessarily young because Orange Cassidy's not young,
Right?
He's our age.
Yeah.
They've got so many guys that are like new and fresh that are in that younger age range that are like such fucking amazing workers. Such amazing workers.
And maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need like a really young guy to hop in there. Like Vikingo comes to mind, but or Commander.
Commander.
Yeah.
You could not put Commander in the Four Horsemen. You could not. You could not have a guy in a mask in the Four Horsemen. That would not work.
You could.
That would not work. Leon's laughing because it's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
That's not the Four Horsemen.
You could do it.
Could not do it. Look at the Four Horsemen. They were like styling and profiling, showing their face, wearing shit.
Wait.
Here's a dude in a mask. It just doesn't fit the vibe. I love Commander.
I love that
you're wrong.
I love that you slipped showing their face in there like Ric Flair was going to bars like, look at my face.
What do they do? Like, think about the promo videos for them. Like, they come off the plane and they're looking like that. Like, Commanders have come off in a mask and a fucking suit. They look like a dork.
Okay. Oh my god. There's a Mexican wrestler who's always like walking around in a suit and his mask.
Yeah, and he probably looks like a dork.
He doesn't. He's like a big deal. I wish I could remember what his name is.
I just think in the spirit of the Four Horsemen, I don't think you could have a guy in a mask.
It's okay.
And I just don't think Commander fits. Also, don't put
time guys a lot like Santo, Blue Demon, stuff like that. They do because they wore their masks everywhere. So
yeah,
they'd be out at like movie premiere. They'd be at like movie premieres in fucking suit and mask, which is.
I don't think you want to waste Commander and the Four Horsemen. No offense. I think Commander can do more. I think the Four Horsemen is going to be a vehicle for Wardlow, as it should be.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who else. There's not a.
So who's going to be his? Who's going to be his second then? Who's the fourth?
That's what. Well, Bud just said Commander, and Tom said no.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, we poo-pooed Commander.
Yeah, we got a poo-poo Commander. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why are we saying poo-poo?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Takeshita. No, he's in this thing. I'm just scrolling.
Yeah, it's weird.
I like the Takeshita thing. I like what they're doing with him. I think that's good. I think I could see him still ending up with the Blackpool Combat Club. Because remember what they always say: if we're going to be together, we have to bleed together.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see where they go with that. They have potential there. Back to the Four Horsemen.
Rey Mysterio.
Professional listener.
Not Rey Mysterio.
Bandito.
Stop naming guys as best. Damn you, bud. No, what about
Mystico.
No. Fuck you both. I have a legitimate
I don't know why
answer.
you're so against a mask. Now I'm just teasing you.
Because I just don't think it fits. It doesn't fit like the Four Horsemen. No, I have a guy. Penelope Ford's husband. I forgot his fucking name.
Kip Sabian.
Kip Sabian.
He seems to be with the Butcher and the Blade right now, though.
I feel like they have to be healed. Because I don't know if that dude can actually even be a face.
That's a good point.
But I think he'd fit the vibe because I think they're going to be a little heelish. Do they have the rights to the Four Horsemen name?
Yes.
Pretty sure they don't.
Arn Anderson bought them from.
Okay, so Arn has them. So yeah. So they're gonna.
I don't know. What
I was gonna say because they were wearing those Four Horsemen shirts on AEW TV, so they have to have it. So my thought is, fuck yeah, let's do it. I think Kip Sabian
that they wouldn't have given up. That's way too bad. Like even if they didn't use it, that's just one of those properties that they would have held on to out of spite, so nobody else can play with it.
I don't think that the WWE ever owned it, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I don't think they did. I think they had to use because I think if you think about when they, I don't think they owned it. I think Bud's right. I think that was owned by like Arn and Rick.
Came with the sale and everything. I thought that was one of those properties that came with that.
I don't.
Bud's looking.
So.
Okay.
I
learned something.
Of course, I am.
Kip Sabian would be a good fit, but you guys have a valid point of if they're faces. But do they have to be faces, or do we make them heel? Or do we have to be tweeners?
They could be tweeners.
And maybe we could
Perfect sense.
maybe we could turn the
They
page.
gotta be tweeners.
Maybe we could
How
turn
often was
very rarely, but maybe we could turn the page with Kip Sabian and take him away from being a goofy ass cheater and actually just let him be like a fucking badass who kicks people's ass.
Yeah,
like
but
violent.
He's still like I wouldn't say that his gimmick is like goofy. I think he's got.
Well, he's a cheaty heel.
Yeah, he's a cheaty heel.
Maybe Miro
but so
would be
is
the
Ric
fourth
Flair.
member.
He would work as a Ric Flair substitute. Cheat to win sort of fella. He always wears the nice suits.
Ric Flair's still an active wrestler. Maybe it's be Ric Flair.
I mean, he's it could be.
Fucking Jeff Jarrett wrestled.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I took a poop and I missed the start of Dynamite, so I paused it on my TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I like watched the Orange Cassidy match, and then Jeff Jarrett came out, and I was like, "Fast forward! I'm gonna get through the whole thing," and I just missed it. I had to watch the end, and I was like, "Fuck!"
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, it was long.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Kind of long.
It was a little long, and the ending was stupid because
it was all stupid.
Why is he still
had
going over
yellow
anybody?
fucking hands. His hands were fucking yellow. He had jaundiced hands.
hands.
Jaundiced hands. Something's wrong with that man.
Dude, after you saying that, like, as they were going off the air, I thought Yuta had the same kind of look under his eyes,
Not wondering if it's the lighting mixed with like the fake tan.
It might also be. I mean, it might also be the production truck.
I saw the same kind of thing. Like it looked like I've been rewatching Seinfeld again, and it looked like the episode where Kramer and Mickey were doing their acting things for medical school people, and they both pretended to have jaundice.
I don't give two shits about Seinfeld. Never have, never will.
We had a few of those,
I didn't think it was a bad Dynamite, but I didn't think it was great.
It was not great.
I thought the wrestling was down a little bit, but the storylines were up.
The first match was good, like
first
super
match
good.
Was great.
It was a great lead in. Seeing Radix Strang is he's a good wrestler.
On national television again was happy for me.
That Jade match sucked. It was really, really bad. It hurt my soul. I'm not sold on Taya.
I hate to agree. No, I agree with you. I don't want to agree with you, but I do. I think that Taya is good. But that match did not showcase her well.
Taya has not shown me in this AEW. I've seen her shit before.
Yeah,
and I thought she was great in AEW. It's been pretty abysmal. Like I haven't seen anything that makes me go, "Wow, she's really good." It's just kind of like,
I mean, she might just not be a fit. I don't know.
She's capable.
I don't know. I guess going out there and fighting Jade is not an easy task right now either.
But I think it's close. Because I've said that before, but she had to grab the tights.
If she's learning under Brian, that she'd be coming along a little bit quicker. Yes, she is.
You got to remember, she's only had 56 matches.
Yeah, that's true.
I know.
And I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, and I think she's getting responses.
All the athletic gifts he has, fuck.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything. Look at the guy that Bret Hart wrestled, Tom McGee or whatever. Did you guys ever see that match?
Yeah, I did.
Holy fuck, was that a great match? And then you watch the second match, and you're just like,
out of the archives or whatever. Yeah.
Then you watch the second
deal on the interwebs when it happened.
His second match was really bad,
mm-hmm.
and then it was like, oh, this guy can't work. Maybe it couldn't have been Brad.
Obviously,
it was Brad.
Not.
Choking to death. What else?
None of that. No choking.
Do we have anything else on Dynamite, or are we Dynamited it out?
What else happened on Dynamite? I don't. Yeah, I'm good.
BCC is continuing to try to maim people with Screwdriver.
Which is weird. It's a weird turn, though.
Okay with it. I mean, the inherently violent guys are all of a sudden turning on everybody and just beating the shit out of whoever they want.
I love what they're doing.
With it.
I love what they're doing because if you go on any like internet comment thing about AEW, they always there's a few things that you always see. One is always the Elite they're just do gymnastics. They don't know how to fucking work. They're not real wrestlers. Danielson should go back to WWE so he could be a real wrestler. That's one of my fucking favorites. I see that one all the time. And
really?
Moxley, yeah, all the time. And Moxley can't work. Moxley just bleeds. And I'm like, they've taken this whole thing and they're like turning it into a story, and it fucking works. Do you know what would make it better? CM Punk. Oh, sorry,
They did drop the cancer word. The cancer word? Why didn't I just say cancer? Like they did say they did mention cancer. They're making nods. I think it's
that
possible.
Reference was good. I liked that.
Yeah, it's good.
There's no way that wasn't intentional.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think we've been getting teased with like a Danielson CM Punk thing for a while, and I think this is the way you do it.
Them together, I fucking agree. Mm-hmm. Put him in the Blackpool Combat Club. Put him at FTR in the Blackpool Combat Club.
That makes for a really big fucking group then.
It doesn't matter.
It also makes it really lopsided for the rest of the roster.
It does.
Oh, yeah, that's 7 guys.
Well, the Elite takes Takeshita, and they've got 2, 3. They've got 4, and then they can take. There's other guys that can take. I don't fucking know.
We're doing drafts.
Hanger.
Adam Cole could come back.
And then you get Strong too. From
there's ways, or Kyle O'Reilly could come back too. There's a lot they could do. Now, are they going to do that? I don't know, but it would be cool. I think Punk and FTR have to go together, but we said we weren't going to talk about it, so.
I just didn't want to talk about the non-news that everybody freaked out about. I thought it was... Anyway.
He was on Raw. He went out there and cut a promo.
On AEW and Tony Khan, and he talked about his dog and how he kicks it down the stairs.
Then he drank a beer on live TV. What's going on?
I don't know why that got me, but it did.
Stupid.
Yeah.
What do you got on your list, bud?
So, well, we can stick with AEW. We talked about CM Punk. Nigel McGuinness apparently is open to coming out of retirement at AEW All In.
Read that wants to fight Brian or somebody. I think they should because he's. I think they should because he's from over there.
Mm-hmm. From over there, he dropped some names, but I don't remember what they are in this moment.
Danielson was one of the names.
Danielson was one of them. Yeah. MJF, Jonathan Gresham, although I don't think Gresham is with them anymore. I'm sorry, what?
Or was it concussion? Wasn't he retired because of bloodborne illness issues, or was it concussion stuff?
No, he just according to him, he just decided not to do it anymore. It was not due to injury.
Sure.
Put a fucking disclaimer on this one. I'd like to see him wrestle. Yeah, I'd be down for that. I like Nigel McGuinness.
I'm looking it up now because that's what this show has become.
Bud Google shit.
Bud Google shit.
But Leon in town argue.
Leon in town throw shit against the wall. Bud looks up for details.
You're right. He ended his in-ring career because he tested positive for Hep B.
Okay, then we're not going to get sued. There we go.
We can leave this all in. Well done. Okay. My apologies.
Good. Oh my God.
So
what else you got?
We learned that the Owen Hart Cup is coming back this year.
That'll be good. I'm happy for it. I liked the Owen Cup last year. I would like to see it. I would like to see that kind of be a springboard for somebody.
Yeah.
Because last year wasn't really a springboard, but I understand why they did what they did because they had to make it matter.
Yeah.
That's why Britt won. That's why Adam Cole won.
Yeah.
But this year it'd be cool to see somebody like a step down win it and kind of get that boost up.
I mean, Takeshita would be a cool win.
Bandito, yeah, but I don't think it's going to be him. Bandito is apparently Orange Cassidy's buddy, so Bandito Danhausen feud over Orange Cassidy's love.
Can we work donuts into that somehow? I don't know why. Which
one do you pick, Orange? Whatever.
He just says that guy and then doesn't point to anybody and walks away.
And they can argue with his head generally towards both of them.
Away from him, I pick that guy. If there's nobody over there, just walks away.
It's like a ring crew walking
and the camera over and there's nobody. It's just an empty corner.
That sort of works, actually.
That's the most Orange Cassidy thing.
It's the most orange since orange been orangin'.
Orange-tastic.
Orange-listic.
Orange chicken.
Orange-sicle.
Oh my god, I could go for some orange chicken. Well, orange tofu.
Creamsicle.
That sounds sexual somehow.
Orange creamsicle?
Yeah.
Have you never had one?
No, I know they exist. I know they're not sexual. Just the way that you said it in context of everything else that we're talking about.
I think you got a sick mind.
I mean, yes, but I mean, also it seems kind of dirty.
Look at your list and tell me what's next. Jesus. There is something we're going to talk about that I'm going to bitch about. There is one thing I'm going to bitch about.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to see if you get to it.
I don't. Okay. So an ex-WWE writer filed discrimination suit against WWE.
Just read that today.
Yeah.
Slam dunk.
Which I'm like, duh.
That's what I thought when I read it. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty fucking racist and sexist.
They've had like fucking what? Like they've had a handful of black champions. And that's across the board. Maybe not tag team, but like world champions, there have been very, very few.
I like how they always want to make Bianca say, I'm going to take my earrings out and slap your ass. Like, what the fuck? See, that's what Kevin Dunn wants her to say every single time.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
And I'm just sitting there. I read that. And I'm just like, oh, my fucking God. What is wrong with this world? I love Bianca Belair. Yeah. I love Bianca Belair. And I love Bianca Belair because she's a fucking athlete. She can cut a promo. She can work. She's fucking amazing. Why? Yep. What are we doing? But I'm not surprised because look at the fucking company. Look at that company. It's run by a fucking tyrant, idiot, asshole. This is not what I'm going to bitch about, but
I didn't think so, but I thought that was closest.
You're getting warm. You're getting warm.
I might know. I feel like I might know what Town's going to bitch about.
You're getting warm, bud.
So, I don't think this is it, but maybe it is. From in the world of NJPW, Will Ospreay is talking about his contract going up.
You're getting cold.
Yeah, I thought so. Mercedes. Oh my God.
Monet.
Yes, that one. She signed a contract. Did she lengthen her contract or an extension?
Yeah, she extended an extension. That's what I read.
I guess
her contract.
She fucking lost her title long. Still. Yeah.
Yeah, her contract's not super long.
She didn't really have like a contract before, from what I saw. Like
she had an agreement.
Like a handshake per appearance deal or something like that.
I don't think this is much.
But now I guess she's got like a contract.
Okay.
I thought she just got more dates. I thought they agreed to more dates. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to be over there for long.
The title, after she lost the title and then the promo she cut after it, I saw very reasonable speculation that was a goodbye promo. But apparently she's sticking around, so
she must like it over there. I don't think she's going to stay there for long. I think we're talking a year.
Before that was that she was moving over there. Was that she was moving to Japan full time? But I guess that ain't it either. That was before the dropping the belt and everything.
I think she's going to go over there, and I think she's enjoying wrestling.
Yes.
And I think she's enjoying away from the bullshit. And I think.
Have you seen her finisher over there?
What is it?
It's really bad. It's like she's got him up in a gory special, and like spins him out and supposed to like hook them into a DDT as they're falling. It's like if you saw her debut, it was like her and Kyrie were way off on timing and everything with it. It looked horrendous at that one, but it's not great. It's an interesting concept, but it's
what I like about that though is she's trying to break away from everything she did in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I still see her ending up in AEW, but not for a little bit. I think she's going to go to Japan. She's going to do her thing, and when she's ready to come back, and I think when she goes to AEW, she's going to get a sweet deal where she doesn't have to work all the time.
I think, I don't know. I think she's going to ride out NJPW for a while, and she might come into AEW for.
I think that
she
too.
Thinks it seems like she is. She has been like very excited to come to Japan for a very long time, and she seems to be liking it. So like, why leave that?
Because she will, I think, but I think you're right. I think she's going to be. I think she'll be there for a little bit, but I think when she's done over there, there's going to be a bidding war. But I don't think it's. I think that her interest right now is having matches when and where she wants with people she wants, and that does not fly in WWE. I don't think she wants to go back to that grind and that bullshit.
Yeah, she doesn't want to be another cog in the machine right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I could see her. I could see her going to AEW and doing some stuff. And I think the beauty of going to AEW is she could go there. She could work for 2-3 months, do some stuff, go away, come. But you know what I mean? Just kind of have that. Because that's probably the biggest signing for a woman they can make right now. I don't think there's anybody else in the stratosphere. Unless they sign Trish Stratus. Who?
I just read that Trinity Fatu has signed with Impact.
Yeah, Trinity Fatu and Sasha Banks. Trinity's great.
Yeah.
Trinity's not Sasha. It's not even.
No, of course not. But like, she's a big name for Impact. Like, that's a big name.
Oh, I agree. She'll do great over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why she didn't go back to the E. I guess she probably is also done. Just like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean, I just figured with her family thing and everything that eventually she would have shown up like Bloodline, but
considering how much shit the women's division has been getting lately.
Hey,
I just read up.
That's another. That's are we? Are you? Do you have that on there?
I don't have it on here.
So Vinnie Mac keeps changing all the women's stuff, and there's like a revolt. Monday night there was like a mini revolt backstage because he's changing. The only thing he's super changing is all the stuff with the women. Like he's attacking, like going after their segments and stuff and cutting them. So my guesstimation is that they're like, I think Bayley's gonna go. I think Bayley's gonna walk. And I think some of these people that are kind of on the cusp are going to go. Now, if I'm Tony Khan, I have to be super smart. But if I'm Tony Khan and I'm getting a second TV show, then I can bring some more women in and start to use them a little more. That's I think one of the biggest things I'm excited for about them getting a second show, like third show, I guess I should say. Getting that Saturday night show is. They're going to be able to use these women a little more because right now, not so good.
Yeah,
they get that one segment and 1 or 2 segments a night, and that's it.
Well, the Britt Baker and them, and I'm just grouping them together because Britt Baker's the most popular one. They get their one little thing, and then they have a match. And sometimes Britt Baker's a part of it, sometimes she's not. Like that, it's either that feud or the other, like something else. And it's just not. There's so many. There's so many fucking women on that show that I want to see do stuff. Like Abaddon. I fucking love Abaddon. Her character's awesome. Her shit's great. She's such a unique thing, but they never they holler out every Halloween and do something with her, and then they don't do anything with her. It's like, get her on the fucking show. Let her do her thing.
I just watched Dark from about a month ago.
For quite some time.
She was hurt, but they brought her on. They had her feud with. She had a big title shot against
Britt.
No, Sheeta. It was Sheeta.
Yeah,
it was Sheeta.
The whole biter thing.
Yeah, that's what they did.
No, she had a title match with Britt last year too.
But that's when they hauled her out for Halloween.
Right.
I'm talking the initial.
Oh, I see.
The initial was Sheeta, and I thought they were going to give her the strap the way they're building her up, and then they just kind of fed her to her, and then. Never saw her again until she fought Britt, and then it was like we haven't seen her since.
Yeah,
but she's been hurt. Leon's right. But there's just so many women that could benefit from
apparently, Jade's been helping her with like nutrition and training and shit. Like she's dropped a lot of weight.
I follow her on Instagram.
Excuse me. I need to correct myself. They.
Oh, okay.
They. Okay.
Yeah, Abaddon is NB.
I did not know that.
And that's totally fine. But
Yes.
Abaddon is also. I follow
Them
on Instagram. Okay, tripping over my things here. Leon confused me. But I follow them on Instagram, and
my apologies. Just wanted to correct myself.
I appreciate
they
it.
are like they need to do something with them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because they're missing the boat. The whole presence, the aura, all the shit. Like, I get it. It's supposed to be a wrestling zombie, which is kind of like, but it's not really a wrestling zombie. There's a lot more to it. They gotta do something with them.
I mean, you look at,
and they're one of them where like they kind of get lost in the shuffle because of the whole.
Well, they don't have enough. They don't have enough spots.
Not enough time for all. Yeah.
Yeah.
John's dropping shit.
And then you have like, they're trying to bring up like Sky Blue. How do you bring up Sky Blue? Like, she's not going to fight anybody.
She needs some time.
Yeah,
but she also needs to be put on TV with people that she can actually beat, because she never wins a fucking match.
She won Dark against Queen Amanada, I think is her name, who is awesome. Like, she has a great presence. She's a good wrestler, but like, I didn't know anything about her until I watched Dark.
That's the issue. Is we gotta have a way to like see these people.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, next thing, bud.
I think I ran out. Oh no, this might be the thing that you're pissed about, and I don't have it on my list. The new World Heavyweight Championship.
On fucking fire. So stupid. So fucking stupid. First of all, the belt sucks.
It's ugly.
It's a piece of shit.
Fucking hideous, dude. So hideous.
This is not like the thing that I focus on the most, but I looked at that title. I was like, what the fuck is that? Because like the back, it's got like the big ugly logo, and then the background is like a bunch of sticks or something. Like, what the fuck is that?
They wanted to get the aura of the big gold belt because Triple H loves that old belt.
Yeah.
But the marketing team and Vince, well, you have to have our logo on it, so just throw it on there. And they put that on there. Now it just looks like somebody took a shit and put a WWE stamp on it.
It does.
It's so fucking bad. That's not my issue with it. Okay. Well, that's one of my issues with it. My bigger issue with it is this. Okay? What you're telling us as fans is that nobody can fucking beat Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody has, and nobody will. So for these other guys that suck, we got to give them something to fight for. So we're going to make another belt.
That's exactly what Tripp said.
So
I watched the segment and I'm like, what the fuck?
You're giving somebody that's the number 3 championship in that company in terms of World Heavyweight Championships, because Roman has fucking 2 of them.
Yeah.
He's a WWE.
Now, though, or have they just, with this new introduction, have they just made the undisputed Universal World Championship or whatever, have they just made that one title now because they don't want him to lose one of them?
I don't know. It's stupid.
That's what it feels like to me.
They've made so many fucking mistakes with this. It's fucking mind-boggling. And you just sit here and you watch it and it's like, what the fuck? Like, who cares? Like, you're like, whoever wins that belt is going to be like, well, they have that belt, but they lost to Roman, so they're not really champion. Literally, no matter who wins that fucking belt, it doesn't fucking matter. Or let's say they give it to Walter.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to call him Gunther. I call him Walter. They give it to Walter. Well, then it'll be like, yeah, he has that belt, but it doesn't. It's like kind of like the Intercontinental. It doesn't mean anything. You got to beat Roman to get the belt. Mm-hmm. That's all they've done. So they're trying to create this situation, and they've made it inherently fucking worse. It's just like, what are you fucking doing? What are you fucking doing? And that belt sucks. On top of that,
I think one of the headlines that I saw when I was researching stuff was essentially Triple H unveiled a new title for Cody Rhodes to have. I'm like, what? Like,
I don't think Cody's
which is kind of what they're doing.
They're going to go with Cody for that one.
You don't think?
I feel like the Cody thing is the end of the Cody thing is beating Roman.
I was going to say he's not done suffering yet.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure.
That's
the rumor I read is that they're going to give it to Rollins.
I could see that.
Because Roman never pinned Rollins. He got disqualified or whatever the fuck happened when they fought 2 years ago. Who can even fucking remember at this point?
Balor never lost the Universal Championship.
That's true.
Yeah, but Brock pinned him in the Universal title match. Just saying. Balor would be a good choice, but now I don't know.
But you have this. You're absolutely right. You now have this swath of guys who are sub Roman Reigns. Like that's what it's going to be. And then like, what do you do?
You're the champion, but
not really. This is just this is like an employee of the month plaque. Instead of giving you the extra money, here's a plaque for it. We're gonna give Roman the fucking money.
That's the guy. This is just we need a belt to fight for over here. We'll see how they book it. That belt's fucking bad though, dude.
Like if they could do something decent with it, maybe, but
I also like
judging by
the problem with Leon is
not holding my breath.
No matter who wins that fucking belt, you're not the fucking champ. Roman's got both the belts. Mm-hmm. What you have is a fucking constellation prize. It's just not. It's pointless.
It's true.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Yep.
They might as well have had Triple H bring a briefcase and just hand it fucking Rollins the belt and be like, "Here you go, you're the champion." Because the last time they did it worked really well.
It sure did. Triple H didn't even seem that excited about the announcement. He's like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. This is stupid. I know."
I don't know. They need a champion on both shows because they're committed to the brand split. But are we going to be committed to the brand split, or are we going to be? We're going to have a brand split, and the people are just going to go wherever the fuck they want. That initial brand split they had for about 2 years was really good because they kept everybody apart. So when they were together, it was a big deal. Yeah. And it was like, but then it just kind of became. Well, we need so and so to do this show, or we need so and so to do this.
Brand split.
Just all went to shit.
Wild cards.
5 times a year, we're gonna have somebody come over. You had 4 guys come over tonight. That's 4 uses. You got 1 more. When are you gonna use it? And then next week, 10 guys are here from SmackDown on Raw. Okay, never mind. It's like
that is. I mean, that's the thing. That is one of the like. Low-key things that I love about AEW.
Fucking well-stated and established rules.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Is like if you look at AEW versus WWE, WWE has these rules, but like you never fucking follow them. Like so, like why do you have a ref? Why do you have rules? Why are you talking about that? But like AEW, if they have a reason to like break the rules, like they explain it. There's a reason for them to break the rules. It's not just like these 2 guys are fighting for no reason and they're hitting low blows and the ref doesn't care because we don't want to worry about that. But like AEW, it's like they're letting it go. He's like using his discretion because it's a title match and we want somebody to have a good, they like.
I think that's a credit to their announcing team too.
Yes,
like generally
Excalibur's and their booking
without explaining that stuff.
And their booking,
the booking too. But I mean, he could easily just be like, "What the hell are they doing?" Or do like WWE and just ignore it. Like, I guess we're just going to let them go tonight. No, he gives it a reason. He explains the storyline reason why they don't. Why the official isn't calling for the bell right now, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
it's a wacky fucking concept.
Hey, hold on. There's logic in wrestling. I always just assumed that physics and
there is, but non-sports entertainment. Sports entertainment logic.
When there's logic and things make sense. Oh, I can't even explain how happy that makes me. Like it's one of my favorite fucking things. Like consistent, logical fucking booking.
Agreed. I strongly agree. I do.
Yeah, that was a thing that just had me irritated when I saw that. First of all, the belt sucks. Second of all,
why?
What the fuck?
Just why?
That was my primary response. Was just what I just did there. It was just a sigh, like, you fucking idiots. What else? It's not that fucking hard. But when you live in a fucking this weird sheltered house where you can't look at what you're doing, you can't have any like the ability to look at something that you created and say it sucks, which they can't do. This is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And you trump out these ideas, and everybody around you is just like, this is fucking terrible. But you just do it because it's your idea. Well, it'll be the greatest thing ever, pal. It'll be great. Well, no, it fucking sucks. Then if it's bad, you just blame it on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've ever listened to Bruce Pritchard talk about the Red Rooster.
No, if it's bad, you just didn't get it.
Yeah, you didn't understand. The Red Rooster would have been great. If Terry Taylor would have actually put some work in, he would have been great.
God, he still goes off on that.
Yeah, he does. He blames Terry. He said that was a great gimmick. That was a great spot. That could have been a main event spot. And I'm like, a fucking dude dressed up like a rooster is a main event spot? Like, what the fuck?
Just put him next to the Gooker, and like you have your parallel right there.
Ruined that guy's fucking career.
Yeah.
Literally ruined that guy's career. I mean, I don't remember the Red Rooster when I was a kid. I do not remember. I do not remember him. Do not remember seeing him on TV. Because that would have been like 88, 89. I remember Terry Taylor in WCW as the man of the 21st century, and he had like really long black hair and was trying to completely get away from the blonde hair look. I remember that, and I remember watching WrestleMania 5 and seeing the Red Rooster fight Bobby Heenan, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking doofus. He's acting like a rooster. He's pecking. Why is he pecking? Like, what the fuck? It's just bad. But again, they don't take any ownership of anything, and I think that's just Vince McMahon. You know, everything is somebody else's fault.
Mm-hmm.
There's never a moment where he's like, that was just a bad idea on my part. My bad, sorry. It was, oh, you didn't get it. Oh, so-and-so did it. Oh, like beaver cleavage.
Oh, God.
Well, that was just Vince Russo. That was his fault. But you said okay to it.
Yeah.
Like, you probably laughed your ass off when they said nobody likes a sloppy beaver. Like, that's a Vince line.
That is totally a Vince line. Absolutely.
You know? I remember watching that, and that was when they were pushing the envelope, and they were doing such cool shit that you saw that, and you're just like, there's all those moments where you're like, God, I hate being a fucking wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I feel like such a fucking piece of shit.
That's one of those moments where that's the type of thing that comes on when you're trying to convince a friend or something that, you know, wrestling's pretty great. It's got some good stuff and it's really dramatic.
Yep.
It's got some, you know, the whole good versus evil thing, athletic competition. Nobody likes a sloppy beaver. God damn it.
Beaver cleavage shows up, and that's that.
Don't pay attention to this part.
Yeah, ignore that. That was bad. I know that was bad.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I know. Please don't judge me. I swear to God, it isn't like this all the time. It's not all the time.
I think we forget a lot of times that Steve Austin was an accident. Complete.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a heel. Started cutting promos, and it was like, well, he was what people wanted. They just flocked to him. Because we were still stuck in, we got to have garbage men. We got to have, like, hockey players. The fucking goon. Oh, my. His boots look like hockey skates. I still, to this day, I saw him, and I'm like, this is stupid. What are we fucking doing? Just all those gimmicks in the mid 90s were so fucking bad. Mm-hmm. Papa Shango, but I love Papa Shango. Love hate. You just look at that shit and it's just like. Then he turned into Kama Mustafa, which I never understood. That was a fighter. But it was just bad. And then he was a pimp, which worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Irony.
That's one of those. The best gimmicks are you turned up to 11 things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
What about Isaac Yankem into fake Diesel into Kane? I remember Isaac Yankem the first time, and I'm like, this is so dumb. It was so stupid, and it was so just, and that would have been like 95.
Yankem did it.
We would have been like 95, so we were like 11, 12. So we're starting to get to that age where we're like, the shit really aimed at kids is fucking stupid, and we're trying to act older than we are. So I was like, this is fucking stupid. Then I watched him fight Bret Hart, and I'm like, that guy can work. Like, he's a good wrestler, but that gimmick fucking sucks. And then when Fake Diesel came out, I'm like, that's fucking Isaac Yankum. What the fuck? And that was, and the guy that played Razor was like short and fat.
Yeah.
Like Razor was tall and kind of like built, and this guy was just short. I want to say. Yeah, Titan or whatever. Yeah. Just like fucking bad, but they cannot be critical of themselves in that company. Like they can never go and say something sucked. It's like a justification.
Yeah.
You know? That's what happened with pushing Roman. I know better. These fans aren't really booing, they're just booing because it seems cool. They really love him.
Yeah.
When you live in a world where you're able to like trick yourself into believing that, how can you book?
It's true. Yeah. You can't because Vince is going to change it.
But even as Vince, part of booking is figuring out what works and what doesn't. But when you think everything you do works,
yeah,
you got to be critical of the book, and they can't fucking do it.
That's the thing that drives the big thing that drives me nuts is when Vince, like Vince McMahon says, "Oh, we're here for the people. We want to do things for the." He's not. Like it has been shown time and again that he does not care what the people think. Like
that TV contract they got was the worst thing ever because he's guaranteed all that money no matter what. And it's just so much money.
Contract and the Saudi show contract.
Yeah, so he's like, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Make so much fucking money for what 2 shows a year. It's absurd.
Saudi blood money, you dork. That's what Punk said. To Miz. But it's just and I think that's been a big problem with it is they don't have any. They just don't have that. And then like with Austin, WCW in 95 when the NWO or 96, even in 95 when they started really getting good, when they started landing all the old WWE stars and they got the fucking eyes on them, their show was better. Like I watched WWF because it was just like what I did. I was a WWF guy, which is ironic because now I can't even watch it. But like WCW, they got hot, then they hit the NWO, and Vince is sitting there like completely like a relic, like a fucking fossil that has no idea what he's doing. As this other show is kicking his ass, they're doing all this new stuff. They're bringing out the NWO, and you're bringing out like fucking, a fucking garbage man. Like just really fucking stupid gimmicks, and you can't figure out why you're not doing good when it's like super blatantly obvious. And then you land on the Steve Austin guy who cuts this promo, and it just. I remember the Austin 316 promo.
I do too.
And I remember the next night all the signs, and I remember Steve Austin barely being on the show. And I remember we went to SummerSlam that year, and he wasn't even on the fucking main card. He fought Yokozuna in like a 3-minute match that was absolute dog shit, and he won because Yoko broke the ring.
That I don't remember.
He pulled the top turnbuckle up when he went for the bonsai. Yoko pretty much kicked Austin's ass, and Austin managed to win. And then he started their Bret Hart thing, and it's like everybody's cheering the guy, and they don't know what to do. And then when they turned him face, they essentially just let him do his thing, and they left him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And it worked so fucking well. But now it's like
they let him keep doing the things that were getting those reactions.
Because they were desperate.
Yeah,
that's the only reason that happened. Because if there was no WCW in '96 and Austin got hot, they would have turned him face and had him smiling on the magazine like they did Diesel. They would have fucked it up. But because they were in that war, they couldn't fuck it up. They had to have that. And that was the only thing they had. That was the only thing they had. Nothing else. Like DX always tries to be the ones. Well, we were the ones that started the ad. No. It's fucking Steve Austin. Nobody gave 2 shits about DX. DX was fun.
They benefited from Austin. 100%. Yeah. But without Austin, they are not as big as they are now.
No, and Austin was, and And part of me wonders if they would have just kind of let Roman do his own thing, like after that response he got when Bautista won the Rumble. If they wouldn't have they started shoving Roman pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like he was winning shit he probably shouldn't have won. If they would have taken a little time and just kind of let him do his own thing and not say suffer and succotash.
Oh my God.
That wasn't good.
Vader tots.
Vince watched fucking Looney Tunes. It's like, that's great. The kids love the Looney Tunes.
I love the idea that Vince McMahon is so out of touch that he thinks that Looney Tunes is like the gold standard. No, you're totally right. Like
yes, like I'm not wrong. Clearly, he watched fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
There's no other way you get that. Or he thought he made it up, which I can also see. That'll be a great catchphrase. Daffy Duck, hold on, Vince. Nobody knows who Daffy Duck is.
You're fired. Somebody replace that guy. Ugh.
That was so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad. And now we have another title. God, I hate it.
Thank God.
Fucking hate it, bud. Fucking hate it, Leon.
No, not.
Fucking hate it.
Not mad about Mania anymore. I don't even care. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't even read the results anymore. I'm just like, whatever. If something happens, it'll pop up on one of the wrestling websites I go to.
Yeah.
Oh, so-and-so won. Cool.
Well done.
Great.
I think Jeff Hardy, but
I remember that one time. I think it was fucking Jensen, and Jensen's just like, "Hey, Rainbow, how come all your characters wear the same pair of Jinkos?" Laughing my ass off, like, it's a great question. Why do they? Except for Scott Borden. Scott Borden dressed like a fucking homeless guy who found some shorts somewhere.
He sure did.
Those football shorts.
Oh, they're so bad. They were so bad. I always had the orange shorts. I love those orange shorts, and I had like a freaking Mosinee football shirt I wore.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very odd color combination, but
it worked.
Yeah.
My favorite outfit was I had like a pair of jeans, like baggy jeans, that I had cut too many holes in. So like every time I put them on, my foot would get stuck in something and make one of the holes bigger. By the end of that run, though, they were just like they were hanging on by a wing and a prayer.
I think my favorite gear that I had would have been the Town Drunks because it was by far the most comfortable. Sweatpants and a t-shirt, just chill.
I mean, there's something to be said for that. Yeah.
I hated my Devo gear because it was always like a fucking. I had to wear that fucking mechanic suit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I remember I did that once in the summer. I'm like, no fucking way am I doing this again. Literally dying out here.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool look though.
With the ski mask?
Yeah.
That was fucking shitty. It was so annoying. So fucking annoying.
Yeah.
You're about to go snowmobiling.
I know, it's 97 outside and I'm going snowmobiling. Come on, fucking work for like 8 seconds and be like, okay, I'm done.
Pin me. Now.
Let's take it home.
That's when I just made him dress like everybody else and just put a fucking pair of gloves on. That was my answer to that situation.
We unmasked him and then remasked him and then unmasked him again.
It just kind of depended on what we were feeling that day.
That's true. Yeah.
Devo was
something else.
He was a great like mid-card monster. Though who was the straight man in the Brood? Nobody. I don't think they're like Bud. Like Bud was, but he wasn't. Because he was such a
Bud
dork.
Was when it called for it.
Bud was the dork.
I think we went back and forth on occasion, but it always wound like even in the same segments, it would be like I would be the straight man for a second, and then you would be the straight man for a second.
It was never fucking Leon.
It was never consistent. It was never Leon. You are correct.
I think it, like you were saying, to build off that, it would change a lot. Whoever was like, I guess, working with me in the segment would always end up being another one. What's the other word for not the straight man for it? I forgot the term. Anyhow, whoever would be mainly interacting with me would be, on my level, but then the other person would inevitably be the straight man. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I remember.
The anchor to reality.
You two would
I
change
remember we had
change in and out of that role.
Yes.
We had
those roles.
We had a fucking promo in that basement one time where the straight man was curving the camera guy.
Oh God!
And it was the three of us. We were just absolutely fucking going. And we made Curvin the straight man, and it was pure Bud, Town, and Lee. And we were all, there was like no, it was just pure. We just went. And he would poke his head up behind the camera and be like, I
don't think that's right.
That doesn't make any sense. Town was the best authority figure in the history of professional wrestling.
I agree.
Because he didn't fucking want to do it, nor did he care. Can I have a match? Yeah, but just leave me the fuck alone. We need champions. What do you want to do? You got a hat? Let's just draw them out of a hat. Leon, write some names down. Yeah, we had some good outfits though.
We sure did.
The Brood was very coordinated for a while. We always were though. We always wore the tie dye. We did a good job.
Once we got the tie dye, it was like always tie dye.
Yeah, we like tie. I don't know why we like tie dye, but I think we just both happened to have a tie dye shirt.
I think it was that, and we were going through the we're kind of like 3D phase. And
yeah, we were. Yeah, because I'd powerbomb people and sit there and stare off into space, and you'd yell at me. They'd be like, "What? What's going on?" I remember the first time I did that, and you just in the most classic, nerdy Bud way. Did you have an erection, Town? I broke. I laughed because it was fucking funny. I'm like, no.
I don't remember if it was the Brood or if it was another character. I vaguely remember one time when you were doing that, you were staring off into space, and I came over next to you and was like, "What are you looking at?"
That was the Brood too. The Brood too. We turned that into a bit.
Yeah.
That was all our bit was that, and then our other bit was because that was in the basement. We'd when we came out on the entrance stage, we would knock each other off the stage.
Oh my god, I loved that so much.
Every time.
Because
we get up like, what the fuck?
Because we had that stupid what was it, the flashy light, and we would put that on.
Strobe, yeah.
We looked so stupid.
We had a cool setup down there for a while where we had the we had the little stage to walk out on. We literally had a fucking stage.
Yeah.
That was pretty wicked. And we had the little the garbage bags inside of the thing to reflect the light down, which kind of gave us a cool look too. That was a good one. That was a fun one. Leon didn't fit because he was too tall.
That's true. Metal Militia's entrance was fucking awesome in that.
Yeah. That wasn't Metal Militia. That was who the fuck was that? That was not Metal Militia. We did have a cool entrance with them, but we weren't there. That was before that. Because we had that after the cage. That would have been your authority group. Because it was you and Rainville and
oh yeah.
I want to say I think Commissioner Coop was in it.
Yeah. And he was there for one show.
He came for a little while. He came for about a month and then just bailed on it.
Yeah.
But that was that whole thing because you guys were the bad guys and then Hardcore was the good guy with Orgasmo and G-Shock.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fenhouse was in that too. I forgot his fucking name. His other character that we actually could say the name of. That's what that was. Your quote unquote heel group, and when that was the worst. Why the fuck did we do that? That didn't work.
No.
That was we were so miscast. Because Hardcore as a face was pretty fucking insufferable.
Was weird.
But it wasn't as bad as Borden as a heel.
As a heel? Oh my gosh.
That was drizzling.
That was insufferable.
Yeah, Hardcore as a face could have worked if we would have had a better heel that he was feuding with. But we had Scott Borden. And then one day, we just had the conversation where I was I remember talking to you on the phone. I'm like, hey, we got to talk about this Hardcore Borden thing. You're like, yeah. I'm like, I think we just got to flip him.
Which is what we did.
And you were just like, oh, thank God you said it. Then we just flipped them. Like one night, I joined your group, turned on him, and he joined what I was doing, and we just totally flipped sides.
Yeah.
And that was that. And everything was good then. We were back to the good old.
It's true.
But that's kind of like initial heel Orgasmo was really, really bad. Because you didn't know how to be a heel. Because you were just like, you just wanted to be big. That's all you had. You just wanted to be big. I'm big. And it's like, you're big, okay, but we gotta like. So there was no way to get heat for him. It was just like, bad. Then we turned you face and you won the belt like 2 months later. That worked really well. That worked good.
Orgasmo was a good face.
He surprisingly, because you would have not thought, but I think Leon as a whole was better as a face.
Yeah,
because his heel characters weren't.
He's a white bread baby face.
But he's not. He had some. I don't know. Chet Danielson was pretty good heel. Chetty bang bang. You and I, bud, we kind of were. We were always on both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
Because Town and Bud were like two of the biggest faces we had, but then Hardcore and Shockwave were like our two biggest heels.
That's true. Yeah.
Those are our two biggest heels in that company ever.
Yeah.
And then Town and Bud were very much baby faces, and Nemo was a fucking tremendous heel.
Mm-hmm.
God, I miss Nemo. He was so much fun. I didn't have to do anything serious, and I got to be just a total dickbag.
I think that's the best part about being a heel is you get to be a dickbag.
It's better when you're a heel, and it does like you don't care
and you don't give a shit. Yeah, no, that's true.
Because it was like I like this character is here to get his ass kicked. Like I don't give two shits about this.
It's true.
That was fucking just being Shockwave's hype man. Just your total fucking stooge. That was so much fun. To be honest with you, that was probably the most fun I had that summer. Just coming out there cutting promos with you, being a total fucking dickbag, interfering in your matches, and always getting my ass kicked, just every fucking time. But then you still somehow like I'd come out and get him distracted. You cheat the win, then you'd act like I did all this shit, and I'd just be like, "Yeah, wow, I'm fucking hurt." Fucking great. Or the fucking the match I had with Orgasmo, where I rolled the tire to the ring. Do you remember that, Leon? The big white tire. I was hiding behind it, and I rolled it to the ring and tried to jump through the tire and get you. And you just punched me in the head and fucking chokeslammed me and pinned me in like a minute. It was fucking amazing. It was the best chokeslam I ever took. Because I pushed on your shoulder as hard as I could and like held myself up in the air, which is not normally how I took that. Mm-hmm. I just held myself up there, and I'm just sitting there, and then you just went boom, and I was dead. I didn't fucking move. I just laid there and didn't move. That was fucking amazing. I loved your theme. I loved your theme music, but the band that plays it, I can't stand beyond that one song. Like I try so hard to like Seven Dust, and I just cannot.
Really?
And that's fair. I don't know why. Like I've always listened to it, and I'm like, I don't like this, except for that one song, and it's probably because Shockwave came out to it. I heard it a lot.
I think it's part of like they were sort of like the beginning of like nu metal, and then nu metal just kind of got trash. Like it just became trash after a while. So I can understand that. It's been a while since I've listened to Seven Dust. I don't know if I would like it anymore.
Once in a while, it'll pop on my playlist, and I'll be like,
I listen to Waffle.
Oh, Waffle's good. Yeah. That first album was really, really good.
Yeah.
We had good themes. Some of us had good themes. Borden with Whiskey in the Jar was perfect.
That was a good theme.
That just fit him to a T.
I very much enjoyed the, what was the other one? So Fucking What?
Yeah, when he had to turn it off.
Like every single time he ran. No.
I've even click.
Oh, God.
That was a fun one. I had some weird ones, but I had some ones that I like. I regret not sticking with a couple of them longer. Mm-hmm. But I always was looking for that one song that was like it, and it was Sanitarium. That was the theme I should have just stuck with. I never should have changed it. It just should have been Sanitarium because that fit that character so well. that Orgasmatron by fucking Motorhead. I love that fucking song. That song was such a good fucking theme. And then the Hellraiser one, that weird fucking techno, that thing was epic too.
That one was badass.
I like that one too. And then other than that, the other ones were just kind of. I had a lot of them that I didn't like, but you're always trying to see what would work.
Yeah, for a long time I had like a new one every week for that reason. Like I wanted to see what would work, and then I stuck with Praise for quite a while. And then I think I
had a Disturbed song too. What was my? Was it? It wasn't Down with the Sickness, was it? It was.
It was Dropping Plates.
I don't think that was it either. Did I have a Disturbed? I did have a Disturbed song. I remember what it was. I'd have to go back and think about it. I remember when I had my group, I had a Rob Zombie song, "Scum of the Earth."
Oh, that was an awesome theme.
Yep,
that was a good theme.
That theme.
It was a great fucking theme. I'm trying to think.
I loved that theme, and I loved DGM's theme, like their initial theme. I don't know if
I don't remember what the fuck that even was.
It was I want to say Rammstein.
Oh yeah. Oh, Devo had one too. The Fire Friend or whatever, the Fire one.
Oh yeah.
Devo's theme was fucking awesome. Yeah, that was good. The weirdest theme that I had, which is fucking saying something. Okay, the Brood, we had the same theme from day one.
Mm-hmm.
We went with Pulling Teeth by Metallica.
Amazing song.
And then it was but it was like just like it fit what we were doing.
Yeah.
It just was like that's the fucking Brood.
Mm-hmm.
When we went singles, and you had
One More Road to Cross.
And that's what you had, which made no fucking sense.
At first, I had it was an Offspring song. No, it was a Green Day song. Nice Guys Finish Last.
Yeah,
but One More Road to Cross was way better.
It just did not make any fucking sense. I had the Herman Melville remix of Until It Sleeps, which you'd have to hear again. It was like a techno remix of Until It Sleeps from Metallica. But then with like the last like few years, Town Singles theme, do you remember it?
It was Jackson, Mississippi by Kid Rock. That was I loved that fucking theme. That was such an amazing theme.
It made no fucking sense. Like I heard the song, I'm like, God, I love this song.
And it was like a 20-minute intro. And
Town, have you ever been to
Mississippi? And then
have you ever been to Jackson, Mississippi, Town? Nah. This is a cool song. Oh. That Rammstein one for Devo was good.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Links 234 we had for DGM? I can't remember. I have to ask Rainville. Or go listen to him. I can figure it out because I know what CD it was off. Those themes, man, were fucking... But Sanitarium, I regret not just sticking with Sanitarium. Though I think Hardcore and I think Shockwave went through so many phases because we were a little more malleable than Scott Borden. So Scott Borden just kind of was Scott Borden. Like Scott Borden day one to day end.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot different.
Pretty much the same.
Whereas opposed to, I think we went through a lot more metamorphosis.
The Seeds.
Orgasmatron was good. That fucking Hellraiser thing was good. But Sanitarium was it. I had Master of Puppets too there for a while when I was really doing my Triple H shtick, which fit pretty well from...
I liked that one, yeah.
That was from S&M. It was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Because I had, right around that time, I had Sad But True on S&M.
Yeah, we all had a lot of S&M themes there for a little bit. Steve's theme wasn't bad either. It was just real American. And then it was Roland when I was the Undertaker for a little bit for some reason. And I rode a bicycle to the ring.
A tricycle, wasn't it?
What?
Wasn't it a tricycle?
No, it was just I had a fucking random BMX bike. Okay. I rode that to the fucking ring and just I'd act like the Undertaker with a bike. It was really dumb, but it was fucking Steve. It didn't matter. Jeb had a good theme too. Dale, Daryl, Waltrip, Richard Petty, Michael Awesome, Irving Earnhardt Jr. Yeah, that was good.
It was Sana. by Rammstein.
Oh, yeah, it was Sana. Yeah, that was fucking good too.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking good too. I don't know how we ended up talking about themes, but holy fuck, we had
did.
some good themes.
Maybe we should just wrap it up and we can keep talking about themes.
Yeah, you might have to cut it for no. This probably
so.
could stay. This could stay. Maybe it's not brutal, but get us out of here, bud.
Okay. I have been Bud Robinson. This has been Leon, and this has been Town.
Hi, it's been Leon.
We have talked about all sorts of promotions: NJPW, AEW, Impact, WWE, WWA for a shocking amount of time.
Nostalgia's fun.
It is, yeah.
AWA.
I just want to say Jackson, Mississippi.
A river
running.